welcome back to my channel. My name is Bonnie Shepherd and I'm a performer and I make videos on everything to do with this industry. Today you can see behind me, I'm in the studio. You might ask why, because at this time why is anyone in a studio? But basically, me and Megan are doing GAS, a Zoom video audition. So we're literally going to connect to the internet now, set it all up, get the ring lights and all that, and we are going to audition for the London Cabaret Club. So we're here at the Jill O'Neill School of Dance Studio, and we are only us two, so it's all social distance and blah blah blah. We're allowed to do this.
We are.
Don't at me. Yeah, I literally have like the full face of makeup going on, even though they probably won't see it on the Zoom, but you know, gotta put the best foot forward.
We tried.
Yeah, now we're actually just delighted, aren't we, to like be actually doing something today. I feel like this time has been so hard and a lot of time is just spent at home, like not knowing what's going on, but yeah, we're gonna get this audition done. We will keep you posted. We're just gonna set it all up now. Practicing the routine. I've been putting the waiting room on Zoom and it is like, I've been in the waiting room like an hour and 15 minutes now and I'm literally like, oh my god, like what is this life? It's so weird. I'm like, did they forget about me?
It's weird, but it's been, you know what actually I've enjoyed the most is having like a friend. Like yeah. It's basically like, because like it looked just like banter with.
It actually does feel like a real audition, because when you go to a real audition, like you wait for so long. Like if you get through the first round, they're like, come back in 5 hours, and you're like, yeah. Right, let's cancel work, I'll go spend a fortune on food and coffee. And then you're like, oh, that's dead. And
it's been nice because we've been like helping each other out. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah. Through my audition when like I was in the waiting room, B was counting for me and stuff.
Yeah, playing the music. I recorded her from behind, so I was like, here, have a quick look. And then I was obviously able to see the choreo before we started, so that's a bit cheeky of me.
Do you want to talk about style?
Yeah, it's like a commercial kind of posy, not posy.
It's like vogue, a little bit of voguing added in. But yeah, definitely like commercial.
There's a double pirouette, but it's like a coupe into a rond de jambe.
7 and 8. No.
Faster, 7.
It's fun though. It's definitely nice. It's not like too commercial if anybody freaks out.
I'm back on. Look, it's coming back on. Here we are, people. We're ready to get on the Zoom.
Thank you so much, everybody else. Thank you, guys. We really appreciate it. Bye, guys. Hi everyone, I'm being filmed.
So the audition is over. We've had a coffee break, we've had a sambo, and now we are going to record what we like learned in the audition, just to get a bit of content for the old gram. But like, I'm literally freezing because I don't know how to turn on the heating in here. This is very white. Let me just change that. Get that aperture down or whatever you call it. Yeah, but I literally don't know how to turn the heating on in here, so we're like freezing. But yeah, we're literally just gonna, I say literally so much, we're gonna, we're literally just, we're gonna record it again. Oh wait, you went in there. This side, this is my good side. We're gonna record it again, get some content for the gram, and then I'm just gonna drop, and then I'm just gonna drop Megan home, and then I need to get started organising my Zooms, and I might even put the choreo in here and show you what it was like.
Baby, wait, I know that you're afraid, but it'll be okay. inside my own world of make-believe. Kids screaming in their cradles, profanities. I see the world through ice covered in ink and bleach.
Hello everyone. Okay, so I said that I would talk to you about like how the audition was, how we got on, and what was like actually involved with doing the audition. So I put up on Instagram any questions that you had about the audition, and I took a screenshot of that way back when I did the audition. When was that, like 2 weeks ago? And I said I'd answer them. I don't know what I was doing that day, but I'm editing it today and I'm about to put it up. So I'm thinking I'm going to try and answer all of these in like 1 minute. LOL, it's going to be like 10 minutes, but we'll give it a go. Okay, so how many girls were there? There were 100 girls in the Zoom call altogether, and it was pretty full. So yeah, lots of girls to get through, and they split us up into groups of 4, but actually ended up being 6 in my group, I think, to do it individually. So like when I went into the waiting room, as I told you in the vlog, I was waiting a long time, and they were late starting our one. Not their fault, like understandable, there's a lot of girls to get through, and if anything it shows that they were actually trying to have a look at everyone. So like fair play to them for doing that, because it's online and all that. What do they value the most in a dancer? Yeah, they were just looking for people to pick it up as much as they could, I think, because it was online, just to see like what we were like as dancers. And then I suppose they were probably looking at her body. It was for the London Cabaret Club. They were probably thinking like, will she fit into the costumes, the usual things, like looking at her CV going, okay, what height is she, trying to piece it all together as much as they could. But yeah, like I think they were probably looking for just like someone who grabbed their attention, kind of sort of thing. How did you have to be dressed? So like they didn't say, okay, wear this or wear that. They literally just like wear something fitted, something comfortable to dance in. I chose to wear like a bralette from Primark, or from Pennies. If you're from Dublin, Primark is called Pennies, and it was red, so I thought it would maybe pop on screen as well. I've had good luck getting a job in that exact outfit. That's what I wore for my cruise ship audition, the contract that I just did, so I just like kind of went back to that because it worked before. And then I wore black knickers, high-waisted knickers. Again, they're from Pennies. They're the thick ones, so they're not just like your normal knickers, the ones that like suck you in. And then I wore fishnet tights, and I wore Le Ducas, so the Carter heels that I wore were Le Ducas. I used to have, I don't even know what brand they were, to be honest, but they were just like whatever ones were kind of going. Probably not the cheapest, but not the most expensive, because Le Ducas are like, I think €200, maybe more I spent on them. But they're quite good, and yeah, I just decided to invest in them after the ship because I've been saving. I just wanted a really good solid pair, because I know myself they will last very long. So yeah, I just invested in them. But obviously it's like whatever you can afford and whatever is comfortable, like you dance the way you dance. It's not all about the shoes, but yeah, that's what I was wearing. They didn't say how many exact girls they were going to select. I don't know, I had in my head they were looking for maybe 3 girls. I don't know where I'm getting that from, I really don't know. And they were looking for someone to start straight away that was living in London. Obviously I'm in Dublin, but I don't know, my ethos with auditions when they say stuff like that is just like to give it a go anyway. It might be good for them to see you. I don't know, I'm not too far from London. I could have flown over, I suppose. So I don't know, I just kind of like, I was just like, oh sure, I'll give it a go, like who knows what will happen. Anyway, I didn't get the audition, so it doesn't matter. The dynamic of the audition was good. The choreographer was nice. When he saw that there was something that we hadn't really picked up on, or that hadn't been clear maybe or something, he was very sure to be like, okay girls, it's actually this, like, and like sometimes, yeah, like sometimes the screen was going like black or something. I wasn't really sure what was going on, and then I was like, oh, what is he doing? Obviously I saw Megan do it before I did it, so I was a bit more relaxed. And I was kind of just like, look, if there's something that I really like, some detail that I really can't see or I really don't pick up on, I was like, sure, look, I'm doing my best, and I suppose they'll understand that we just didn't see it, or like whatever, hopefully. But yeah, that was the dynamic. They were really nice, like, do you know what I mean? So how did I find out about the audition? Honestly, on Facebook I saw it, and then to be really honest, a lot of my friends sent it to me, and they were like, this is your height, this is like the type of thing you should be doing, you'd be good at this, you should do this. And when I think I got it off my 5th friend, I was like, okay, I'll audition. But again, I was hesitant because they were saying they were looking for someone in London, and I was kind of like, oh, should I not? And then just with the time that's in it right now, I'm like, is there any point in auditioning? But it was a great day and I'm so happy I did it, and I was actually really delighted after that day, and me and Megan had a great time together, and it kind of felt like a normal audition because we were together, and you know, the whole waiting around, and we got a coffee and had a sandwich together and just talked about life in this crazy industry. So it was like really nice to have a good vent as well, and like to be seeing her as well. So what was the biggest difference auditioning on Zoom as opposed to in person? I feel like in person they usually do a first round of like something that they need, like kicks or like turns, or they might do like a quick snippet of the choreography and then get rid of people, and then you kind of know maybe sooner, but you might be waiting in line to get into the room for longer. So this was kind of like you were given a time slot, but you did the whole audition. So I guess that was nice actually, that you got to like experience the full audition and you got to actually do the whole thing. Yeah, the biggest difference would definitely be like the nerves was different. I felt like when I was in the waiting room I got really cold because I was in a studio on my own, and I was just like, oh my god, have they forgotten about me? Like, what's going on? And then when they did come back, because my number was like 93 and there was 100, so I was obviously the last group or something. When they did come back I was kind of like, oh, okay, and then the nerves kind of came back in and the adrenaline came in, and then I felt like I was concentrating. One thing that I struggle with a lot in auditions is thinking too much about what someone else is thinking about me, or at least I struggled with that in the beginning. I hope to God I have overcome that because it took me a while. But yeah, I used to have this like mad thing that like I'd go into auditions and all I would think of is like, that choreographer hates me, he saw me do this, he hates me, hates me. It's just like mad paranoia, or like just like I'd just be so distracted, and it took me the longest time to just be like, focus on what's going on, like what are you doing? So that wasn't really happening as much. Like you were just like looking at the screen with this guy, you weren't even able to see anyone else. There was less distractions. Obviously I had Megan in the room, but I'm comfortable around her, so that didn't really bother me. So I guess yeah, that was like probably the biggest difference, but almost like a plus, I guess. I suppose that's like a thing like about like the time that we're in now, is like if we can try and pull on the most amount of positives as possible, like instead of being like, oh my god, it's so much easier in real life, because yeah, we're probably going to be in this situation for quite a lot longer. Yeah, so we're all like figuring out the positives rather than everything else. Have you ever had a cramp at an audition? Yes. Yeah. I always find that the soles of my feet really random will get cramps in them if I've had like something to drink the night before, so I have to be a little bit careful sometimes, like not to have an alcoholic drink or anything like that before I'm gonna do a crazy amount of dancing. Yeah, then my muscles just seem to seize up a lot on the day, especially if it's in character heels, my calves will be broken. But then obviously as a girl, this is for the girls, TMI for the guys, maybe, I don't know, should I even say that anymore? We are in 2020, but anyway, if you're a girl and you wake up and it is that time of the month, I've been in that position where I have like been like, I don't want to get up. I'm in so much pain. I've woken up before in the morning with cramps and I'm dying, and the last thing I want to do is get all dolled up and look nice and go and do an audition and I feel like I can't turn. But I always end up getting myself out of bed anyway, because I think the guilt I'll put myself through if I just don't show up is too much. But yeah, that also happens obviously if you're a girl, so that is another thing. And look, if that throws you, like, you're only human, so nothing to be worrying about, so I was like, you know, that kind of way. How did you find the studio? Isn't it fab? Beth? Yeah, I love the studio. The studio is insane. That was Jill O'Neill's studio in Junction 6 in Dublin, so if anyone's ever looking to hire a studio, hit her up, and she was fab for letting me use it. Love you, Jill. But yeah, that is everything. Majority of the questions asked. I want to keep this short and sweet. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, please do, and get all the likes up, as it really supports my channel, and I will love you so much. If you ever have any questions or anything you want to say, do hit me up on Instagram. I'll leave the tag somewhere on the screen, and yeah, I'd love to hear from you, and have a really good day. Bye.